What's going on, YouTube? Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, we start off with a great big thank you to all of our men and women in all branches of service. Thank you so much for doing what you do, so the rest of us are free to do what we do. Second, August 8th happened, and the sky didn't fall out. But it's not over. It's just starting. No more new products are allowed to be released in the United States. It had to be on sale by August 8th. So that sucks. We need to contact our representatives. We need to ask them to support the Cole-Bishop Amendment and HR 2058. This isn't over. R2B smoke-free. There's all kinds of ways for us to help. I will have as many links as I can down in the description. Please do your part. You can still go to august8th.org. It'll give you information to contact your representatives. We got to keep fighting. Otherwise, we're going to be back to the stone ages of vaping. And I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to keep fighting. Okay. Now, Recoil RDA. Lots and lots of... Let's try that. That's a little better. Lots and lots of... lots and lots of glare. All right, Recoil RDA. Okay, all right. Let's see if I can talk today, Jay. I've had this just shy of 3 weeks. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks. I was gonna try to do this review last week, but we went on vacation, took the family camping, and getting ready. Yeah, it didn't happen. So I just used it for another week. So I'm going to tell you what I found over the past 3 weeks, what I think of it, and we're going to get you guys out of here. So let's go down to the table, take a better look at this. All right, so this is the pile that is going to represent your, or my recoil. This is everything you get in the box. I'm sure that you've seen the box before. You know, it's a nice box, but it's a box. This is what you get in it. You're gonna get yourself a nice little baggie of a bunch of extra O-rings, 4 extra post screws. Some of the O-rings are going to be different thicknesses, so you can customize how strict or how stiff you want your O-rings to be. You are going to get 2 barrel sections. We're going to get into the camera a little better. 2 barrel sections. Okay, both very, very thick. You know, you got a nice, you know, it feels very substantial. It feels like a socket. You know, you got your logos there. Okay, the difference is your air inlets. This is the only adjustable airflow that you get. So if you just have to have adjustable airflow to tailor it to exactly how you like it, this may not be for you. This here is the flavor cap. The holes, 2 on each side, 4 in total, are 2.5 millimeters. It is a more restrictive lung hit. Airflow, you can see how it goes down on an angle, and it really creates a very, very smooth draw. As Grimm says, it's very swooshy. I have enjoyed the cloud cap mostly. I like the restrictiveness on this cap most. This is the cap that I've used the most. Again, you can see how that angles down, and all the edges are nicely milled. Machine work is very, very nice. It has a lip on both sides, so your caps, you know, when you set it down to your base, it's going to fit and stop. Again, and then same thing here, it fits and stops for your top piece. Nice restrictiveness in daily use. I've had zero, let's say it one more time, 0 issues with the O-rings. They all work fabulous. If you watched Grimm's overview, There is supposed to be 2 O-rings up here. He pulls one off. I figured, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. I'll pull one off. And I've had 0 issues with this drip tip. It does not move. So I imagine that it would be even stronger if you had both of them on there. Delrin drip tip fits right over top. Really comfortable. I like this tip. Conical shape for your flavor. You know, it's advertised as a 24 millimeter, and the deck is supposed to be a 22. If you've watched other reviews, it measures out at about a 20. You know, so that's all to each their own. All right, build deck. Your negatives are raised, your positive is lower. 0 issues with any kind of spinning. Super easy to build on. You know, this is just a dual fuse Clapton that I've been running in here. We're actually going to rip this out and we're going to throw some aliens in there. Super easy to build on. Nice deep juice well. It is a small deck, so if you are the person that really wants a large deck to fit lots of cotton and lots of juice, this again may not be for you. I personally have always had 22 millimeter atomizers, so this doesn't bother me at all. But you know, simple deck, flathead screws. I'm not a huge fan of the flathead screws. They work just fine, but the flathead slides in and out. I think I would have preferred if he'd have done something like Kent did with the Twisted Messes, put a nice grub screw in there and include a tool. That works really well. You know, I have a hobby set, so I've had no issues with any of my grub screws, but these work just fine. Your flathead might slip around a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Look at that 510 pin. Nice and protruding. You could use this on a hybrid top cap. I would feel safe using it. Some may not. Again, that's up to you. You know, you got the Grimm YOC, and my serial number is 587. But that's really all there is. I mean, we'll throw it on here so we can, because these O-rings, especially dry, are very, let's see, we're going to get the cloud cap, and then you just line up your air holes with your coils. Down tight, nice restrictiveness. I mean, especially when they're dry. These are really nice restrictiveness. Now, if you get any O-ring soaked in juice, it's not going to hold as tight. And if you watched my first impression, I couldn't get it to hold my cuboid up anymore. But I had everything soaked. I was pulling everything off, popping it on. Since that day, I have had 0 issues. All right, so that's really all there is. Let's pull this thing apart. We'll pull this build out of here. We'll toss in some aliens that I had made, and take her back up top and vape on it. So I hold my finger to rest the screwdriver on, and I've had less issues with these flatheads. There we go, pull those out. Nice big post hole screws. 0 issues with cutting my leads. All right, so here is a set of aliens that I built myself. If you're interested in a set of these, I have started selling them on Instagram, so you could pick up a set. There it is. But, so you can see one lead is higher than the other, and one post hole is higher than the other, and it literally just slides right in. No problems at all. Alright, we're going to position this with a camera in my face. I don't usually build on camera, so actually it's not even a camera, it's my phone. I'm going to tighten this down just a little bit so it doesn't move. Look at that, beautiful. We're going to go up just a touch. Make sure this is tight. Grab some cutters, clip some leads. Alright, spin it around, we're going to do the same thing again. Now, what I always like to do, because I've got a coil in the way, so I'll try to line it up and cut my lead before, and again, I'm not used to doing this on camera, so try to position about where I want it. Camera again. And pre-cut it. I'm going to try about there. And I missed. This is actually way easier without a camera in your face. There we go. Popped it in that time. Nice and tight. No lead sticking out. Pull it out a little bit. Move it over a little bit. There we go. Cut this lead. Yeah, not too shabby. Getting lots of glare from my light. Let's try that. We'll block that a little bit. All right, let's get these things on a device and glowing nice and evenly. Alright, before pulsing we got a 0.15. That one's pretty decent. One thing that I've learned is sometimes a brush works pretty good. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. All right, let's wick it, juice it, and vape it. All right, now just a pad of Japanese cotton, Japanese organic cotton. I like to pull both sides of the pad. And then simply twist one end. This might be a little thick, we'll find out. Okay. And I like to use one piece so that way I know that both coils have got the same thickness. Alright, so scissors, we'll go there because we're a little long on the other side. Spin it. Now, this is a small deck. You're not going to have tons and tons of cotton in here. Not too shabby. We're going to give a little bit of a comb out. I picked this up from Mike Vapes. Pretty decent channel over there. And then I simply just use a screwdriver. I swing it around and push it under. Fluff up the ends just a little bit, bump the camera. There you go. We got some Epic Clouds caramelized banana, one of my very favorite flavors. Juice this sucker up. These coils, love juice. They wick fantastic. Pretty well saturated. Got a nice little pool under this side. Nice little pool under that side. Stuff it in just a little bit. Oh yeah. Alright. Up to a 0.19. Let's vape this thing. Okay. There is an up close look at the Recoil RDA. I'm not gonna drag this out. I really enjoy this RDA. It's very well put together. It vapes fantastic. As Grimm says, the airflow is swooshy. It is like in my first impression, this is some of the best flavor I've ever gotten off of round wire. Now I'm not running round wire it anymore. You just saw me put some aliens in here. I have started selling some on Instagram. I'm just a guy making more coils than I can use at my desk, so it's small batches. But if you're interested, come check me out on Instagram. Off of that, this is a really nice RDA. It's really well put together. The O-ring resistances are fabulous. I don't pull my top cap off. I drip straight through the drip tip. It's pretty well juiced, so I'm not going to put much in there, but I just drip straight through the drip tip. I don't ever pull the cap off, so the resistances are fantastic. I just did the up close with this, and you can put this in your pocket. You can pull it out from the RDA. You're not going to worry about pulling your top cap off and getting juice all over the place. The airflow being milled in on an angle does work out pretty well if you do over drip, so that way you can just vape through it. The deck, I've seen a lot of people bashing on the deck, and I don't understand why, because it doesn't have to be in something new to be good. A tried and true deck, I love it. It's fantastic. I don't have to worry about bending the leads of my coils to fit them in there a little easier. You just wrap it, throw it in, done. Simple. In the close-up, I mentioned that I'm not a huge fan of the flatheads. They work fine. They do. Zero issues with them. Your screwdriver is just going to slide around a little bit if it's a little too small, maybe. That's not an issue. They work great. This drip tip, again, I think this drip tip is going to be a con for some people. It's not for me. I really like this drip tip. It's very, very comfortable. But you can't use a 510, a standard 510. There's no 510 adapter. You have to buy something specifically made for it. Jess Marie, DHD, I just saw that she has some on her site. So you can do your matchy-matchy stuff. I don't have a bunch of devices. I need to stop buying stuff so I can save and buy my Hexohm V3. That's the next device I really want. Not about the RDA though. It's so well put together. These O-rings, oh man, they just fit so good. Let's put this emblem back out front. And I've got, you just saw me, I just put a 6-wrap alien coil in there, 3-core wires with the alien wrapped around it, over a 3mm bit. Yeah, it may be tight, but it all fits in there, no problem. Got plenty of cotton, it works great. I really enjoy the cloud cap. The flavor cap does work just fine, but it's not my cup of tea. I prefer the cloud cap. I prefer the airflow on the cloud cap. Let's try. I haven't tried the flavor cap with these coils. So we're going to line these up. See, the flavor cap is dry, so these things go down tight. Pull the top cap off. Still really, really nice. The flavor cap has a more restrictive airflow. It makes the vape a little warmer, especially with a warmer coil. This is ohming out at 0.19 on my cuboid. I got it at 85 watts. It's giving me almost exactly 4 volts, 4.02, and it hits nice. Oh man. On a side note, caramelized banana epiclouds, if you haven't tried it, man, it's definitely one of my favorites. I am a GrimmGreen fan. Sue me. If you chain vape it, if you put a bigger build in it, it's gonna warm up. All RDAs do. I don't know of one that doesn't. Even the ones that have the inner barrel and the airflow goes through the outer barrel and into the inner barrel for cooling. If you chain vape them, they get warm. That's what happens when you heat your coils. Yeah, I think it's a great RDA. It really fits the way that I vape. If you're new to RDAs, to building, this one is super easy to build on. With those offset post holes, your coil just slips right in. You don't have to do any kind of extra bending. You can fit bigger builds in this. Now, you're not going to get a great big, 8 wrap, dual coils, because it's not a velocity style or a 2-post or something like that. But I've got a 6 wrap around a 3mm bit. Fits in there fine. No adjustable airflow. Again, could be a con for some people. If you have to have adjustable airflow, this won't be for you. I personally really like the airflow on both of these caps. It is the smoothest airflow that I have personally used so far. Now again, I purchase all my stuff just like and most anybody that's going to watch this video. So I don't have a ton, but man, this airflow is fantastic. All right. And the flavor, man, the flavor is good. The flavor is really good. It is intensified a little bit on this flavor cap. I think that it's not a huge improvement in flavor when I have bigger builds in it. I noticed an increase in flavor on round wire. With my bigger builds, Fuse Claptons, these aliens, I haven't noticed a huge uptake in flavor when I switch over. But that airflow, man, that airflow, holy crap, it's just good. It is just good. This RDA, if you think it fits the way you vape, I think it's a great RDA. As Grimm says, are you going to need your vape budget hands? Yeah, maybe a little bit. It is up there a little bit. Because there's all kinds of $20 RDAs out there. The $28 RDAs that I have used, this is far and above where the quality of those are. It's just so well made. I'm a fan. I like it. I like everything about it. It fits the way I vape. If it doesn't fit the way you vape, don't buy it. If it doesn't fit the way you vape, don't bitch because it doesn't fit the way you vape. No one product is going to fit everybody. But there's probably a product out there that's going to fit. So go use that one. Don't bash on the people that, that did something. I don't know. I guess I'm rambling. I really like it. It's $60. I think it's a pretty good price. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And if you think you will, save up, buy one. That's all I got. Let's fight for our rights. There are still all kinds of ways to do it. August 8th, you can still go there. I just went to August 8th before I shot this video. You can still go. You can still do it. There's still ways to fight. There's still ways that we can make sure that we keep our vaping rights. That's what I got, guys.